Welcome back. Today I'm mounting the 92mm turbo for the C10 T6 backside. Oh, that thing's heavy. In relation to a pop can or a Coke can, that's how big it is. It should be jumping Coke cans by the time I'm done with it. But because I blew the budget in different ways, I decided I'm going to be doing the turbo log manifold style. It's going to be a little bit cheaper route. I have built a few in the past. For the driver's side, I'll be using this stock truck manifold. I'll cut this flange off and weld this 2.5-inch V-band on there, Black Sheep Industries interlocking V-band. Using these to make my turbo log out of 2.5-inch pipe as well. I got these flanges cut out from a local shop in town. My crossover will be out of 2.5-inch pipe. With a flex joint, you got to be careful on which flex you use. Make sure they're for turbo applications. They can suck shut and cause you issues. OEM steel type gaskets. And we'll see. Haven't got to this point yet. I was thinking about reducing it to 4-inch for the down pipe, but I might leave it 5-inch. We'll see what happens. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. I want to get this truck manifold started first, see where it lines up in the truck, make a cut, weld my V-bands on. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the truck manifolds. People are making a ton of power on them. Even Russ is making 8-second passes with his 4.8. So if you have them laying around, use them. So I'm cleaning this up. I thought I seen a crack a long time ago, and I did chase it. It is indeed a crack, so I'm gonna have to address that. I cleaned up this flange end, and I'm gonna test fit it in the truck because I might cheat this angle a little bit to get it pointed towards the rear a little bit more. I just got to go check the placement. So I've had to pull it in and out a few times, but I got it cut now so that it's pointed in the right direction. It should clear the frame. I don't know if you can see the angle that I had to cut off. It was pointed too far down like that and shooting right into the frame rail. So at least now I'm going straight. I can go ahead and fix that crack and weld this V-band on and then start on the log. So I got the V-band welded onto the manifold. I got my mock-up head here. I'm starting on the log. You want to keep everything bolted together, like your V-band clamps and your flanges and stuff like that, till you're done welding it, until it's completely cool. Try to put the least amount of heat into it as well. Show you what I got going on. So I just I welded the 45 V-band on the log already, but I just started tacking it, and I'm trying to get the right angle to come down nice and straight. So this is a pretty exciting moment for me. I finally get to set the turbo in here. I just got a couple tacks on the elbow there. So yeah, it's kind of how it's going to sit. I'm trying to match up this elbow coming and meeting up with this tie-in right here, and giving myself lots of room for a down pipe. I have that 5-to-4 reducer, but I don't know, I would like to see 5-inch all the way through. Just depends on how much cutting I want to do. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think I can pull this all off and weld out the log and bolt it up for good. And then I could throw on the driver's side manifold, and I'll start working on the crossover. There it is. Okay, clean up a little bit of spatter. Overall, I think it turned out pretty good. So I got the truck manifold, the log ready. I'm gonna bolt the two up, lift the truck up, and we'll see what's going on. A lot bigger turbo than my last one. There. So I'm hoping I got what I need. I'm gonna start by cutting this 180 in half, and then I'll figure out this measurement to get me pointed in the right direction. I'll save this for the passenger side, I think. I'll find a spot for that just to make it a little easier to take it on and off, trying to match up those V-band faces. So I'm finally done tacking it up. I didn't have very many pieces left over, which was nice, so I had just the right amount. And it's not sitting lower than the oil pan or anything. It's tucked up there nice. So it comes down off of that truck manifold, comes down. I put this right in the center of the crank and up into the log there, as you can see. So I had to cut this 45 and use this 45 and do like a rolled offset to make it happen. So we're coming in at an angle like this and a 45 down into the pipe. And this is the wastegate I'll be using. It's a Black Sheep Industries 60 millimeter wastegate. So once I get more of the accessories on there, I can figure out where I kind of want to place it. I wanted to do it on the log or in the crossover, but I'll have to put more of the truck together and find out. But I believe they have 45 millimeter gates and 60s. I've had this one for a little while now. I'm pretty excited to use it. Looks like a nice piece. I know Russ and Brian both have one and they haven't had any issues with it. It's worked great for them, so I'm gonna try one as well. So there it is, the 92 millimeters mounted on the truck. Crossover is done, the manifold is done, the truck manifold's been modified. There's lots of room in there, easy to take it apart for maintenance. I will have to pull the crossover out and weld it. That'll probably be tomorrow's job. But now that the turbo is in here, I can do the oil feed, the oil drain, and get a order for the cold side. So there'll be some aluminum piping and couplers and clamps and stuff. I can really start tying this thing in and then get all the weight on the nose and then get back to the rear end and weld out those perches and put the rear end back in the truck for good. So I think that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. There's lots more to go on the truck.